Hi guys, hope you're well. Today I thought I'd sit down, have a chat and do my makeup at the same time. I had a request on my Instagram to do a makeup look, so I haven't done anything beauty themed in a while. But I know beauty videos aren't for everyone, so I thought I'd combine it with a little catch up as well. I've woken up, my lips are a little bit crusty, so I'm going to use some Lush lip scrub, and this is the Mint Juleps one, which, as I always say, is good enough to eat. I'm going to put a towel on my lap because this is going to crumble over you. How are you all today? I'm filming this on a very grey Wednesday morning. I feel like I'm being rude, like I'm, talking when I'm eating. And I am eating, and I am talking, so that is exactly what I'm doing. Anyway, got that dry skin off. Lovely. You probably have noticed I'm not really very regular on YouTube these days, and there's a few reasons for that. Obviously, I'm starting this new kind of art photography type business where I'm going to be selling my prints, so that's taking up a bit of time. But also, a few people in my life have told me that they don't think I should be focusing on YouTube. First, I'll put on the Illamasqua Hydra Veil, which is a rehydrating gel. And when I went to get my new foundation, the guy put this on first, and it just makes your skin super smooth and a really nice canvas for your foundation. Unfortunately, it's not so good for my acne as the collection Prime and Ready, which had the witch hazel in it. But I'm not sure that's cruelty free, so till I find out for sure, I'm going to carry on with the Illamasqua because it does give a nice canvas. It's just the after effect isn't quite as good. I'm pretty sure it gives me a couple pimples after I use it, but I'm sure for people that don't have acne prone skin like me, it is a wonderful product. As I was saying, some people in my life have been trying to convince me that I shouldn't be, allocating much time to YouTube these days, and their reasonings for that are fair enough. They've said your channel hasn't really grown in the last few months at all, which is a fact. And if I look at the growth over the few years that I've been doing it properly, it's not really been fast enough, relating to the amount of time and effort I put into it, and it's not bringing me money. So in their eyes, they're like, why would you spend this amount of time and effort into it when you should be allocating that time to stuff that will bring in money? So they are right. So I have got to do some thinking about whether I continue this. And I know I've had wobbles over the years about wanting to quit YouTube for various reasons, but I do have to have a serious chat about whether I should be doing it because I'm well into my adulthood now. I should be able to afford a place, and I've got Sai's future to consider as well, because me not having money affects his future too, because we need to at some point be able to club together to afford an adult life, rent or buying a house, which if I continue with YouTube the way it's going, that will never happen. So the foundation I'm using today is Illamasqua's Skin Base in, I don't know, does it say on the lid what colour it is? It's a 6.5 number, I don't know. But I got tested at the Illamasqua in Covent Garden to get the right colour. As you know, I've been trying to find a cruelty-free foundation that works for me for ages. I've tried a lot of the favourite cruelty-free brands and they've all made me break out. But this one hasn't, and I love the coverage. And it actually makes me get excited about doing my makeup because it covers all my discoloration and blemishes and scarring so well that it's kind of fun to see the transformation every day that I use it. It's not like super cheap, it's fairly expensive, but I definitely think it's worth it. And I'm buffing that in with one of my new Body Shop brushes, which I reviewed on my blog lately, and they're all vegan vegan and cruelty free too, and it's synthetic, I think it's charcoal coated bristles. What was I saying? This is the problem, it's hard to talk about the makeup and have a chat. Si's away at the moment actually. He is doing a Dr. Martens gig today in Hull, so that means I've got the house to myself to a couple days, which is actually quite lovely because I don't have to go to London today or tomorrow, so that means I can really, you know, churn some work out, because it is hard when he's around to do the work because he's either distracting or frankly in the way. There's no offence to Si, obviously it's lovely to have him around when he's off tour, but you know, when my bedroom is also his bedroom, his lounge, his gaming room, Resident Evil room, and is also my drawing room, editing room, place I eat, place I sleep, it is hard to, you know, work around each other without, you know, getting on each other's wick. So I'm hoping I'm going to have a really productive day. That is the base generally done there. Next up, I'm going to use some Inica mineral foundation, and this is in the colour Patience, and I'm just going to use that just to add a very, very subtle contour, and this is all cruelty free and vegan too. So just in the hollows of my cheek, there, and there. Don't know why I did that. So Fashion Week is over and I'm ecstatic about it. I didn't do much this season at all, but like even the small bits I did, it did make me think that maybe I'm on the whole over that point in my life or my career. Don't get me wrong, if I got invites to like some really big shows or like shows that I really love the designs for, I would of course love to go to them, but I'm just not going to let it ever be a thing that stresses me out anymore, or something that eats into time that I think I could dedicate to something else that's a bit more valuable to me. And this isn't to, you know, throw shade on anyone that loves Fashion Week at all, because like anything, it's each to their own, but I just feel like I've done it now, and I just kept thinking I'd quite like to be home drawing right now. But I did go to a fun thing last night, which was at the Hard Rock Cafe. Some of my friends put it on, they work for the PR agency, so that was a really nice night because it wasn't taking itself seriously. It was just lots of people getting together, eating yummy food, hanging out and watching kind of, what's this? Simon. I still get interrupted even when he's not here. Hello, Simon. Hi, I'm literally filming a video now. Right, sorry about that, guys. Again, I have no idea what I was saying. Yes, I was talking about the thing at Hard Rock. So that was nice because I got to hang out with some friends, and it wasn't a late night. I could come back and I was home in time to watch DIY SOS, which is a show that I always have a good weep to, and actually find it quite cathartic to have a good weep now and again. So now I'm putting in some blusher, New ID Cosmetics, which I had a Google, and that is cruelty free as well. So just a little dusting on my cheeks. When I had my colour change, I was reading up about, you know, what makeup you should wear if you've got kind of red toned hair, and they did say for blusher, rather than pink, you should really wear more of a peachy tone, but I don't have that and I haven't found that yet. But I do have a voucher for Beauty Bay that I got at BeautyCon, so I might use that to get a more suitable blusher. But I just want like a subtle, slightly healthy pink to the cheeks, as if, you know, I've gone outside, had a brisk walk, maybe to collect the morning papers, something like that. Actually, Rhian, if you're watching this, I don't know if you are, I'm going to put her link below. She's an amazing YouTuber that does a lot of vegan and cruelty-free stuff. If you've got any tips on any of the products that I'm missing on my daily routine, please do shout. what next? Eyebrows. Still using this, well, the name of it's Rubbed Off, but it was a collection thing, and this is cruelty free. I think it was Define and Perfect powder for the eyebrows. So just do little strokes. Oh, little strokes, she says. Oh dear. My hands are quite jittery at the moment, which is not good when you're an illustrator. I don't know whether maybe I'm nervy about something, or maybe I'm not getting enough something or other in my diet, who knows. So just a bit of taming there. As you guys know, I don't pluck my eyebrows or do anything to them, so I don't mind when they look a little bit wild and natural, but they're a bit sparse in places, so I just like to add a little bit of colour in some areas. Is that alright? Yeah, that'll do. So yeah, back to YouTube chat. So when I decided to take YouTube seriously, I said to myself, I want to talk about things that I don't think are being spoken enough of on YouTube, or things that I think need the stigma reduced of, things that, you know, would help young adults or anyone really to have someone talk openly about. So that was the kind of driving force behind it. But now, these days, there's so much of that content on YouTube. There's loads of people talking about their illnesses, about mental health, about relationships, about domestic violence, about abuse, about, you know, anything that can happen to humans that might be, you know, stressful, traumatic, damaging, emotionally trying, and that is great. That's a wonderful thing, obviously, but I kind of feel like maybe I don't need to put myself out there anymore because other people are doing it now, and I don't. It's a tricky one because relatable content has now become almost trendy. It's become a thing, which is good in many ways, because if these things are being spoken about, that's got to be a positive thing. But I don't ever want to do something just because it's trendy. I want to do it because I feel a spotlight needs to be put on it, or I feel like something's missing and needs to be spoken about. And you know, every time I've done one of these, by the way, I'm using the Morphe palette. I'm going to be just mainly using beiges and whites and this mustard colour here. Every time I do kind of one of my personal honest vlogs, well, not every time, sometimes it's cathartic and I genuinely feel like I need to talk about this or get this out for selfish reasons, because I need to go over something or chat something out in the hope that it will make me understand it a bit better. But other times I do it because I hope that the story will help other people, or push people to get help, or maybe encourage people to open up to their relatives or loved ones about what they're dealing with. But you know, sometimes when I do it, it's extremely draining, it's quite painful, and it brings up things from the past that maybe are stressful to bring up again, and it just churns everything up. And you know, if you're a big blogger and you post out something really honest and very exposing, you get this outpouring of support from fellow bloggers. You get them sharing it, so it gives you that feeling that it was worth it because your message is being sent around and reaching a big audience. When you're a small blogger like me, you pour your heart out, and then no other bloggers share it or send out support to you, and maybe you only get a sprinkling of comments. I found I just wondered whether it is worth it for me, for the emotional effect it has on me, to do those posts or to do those videos, because it doesn't reach as many people as I'd like it to, and I don't get that support afterwards that the bigger bloggers do when they've poured their heart out. And because there's not that need anymore, I don't feel, for me to do it, because these bigger bloggers are talking about their battles with depression or you know, bad relationships and stuff. Maybe I shouldn't do it anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that it doesn't mean a lot to me that it's helped a few of you, because some of you email me and that means the absolute world. But you know, there's other YouTubers now you could subscribe and watch who will talk about the same things, and yeah, our stories will be different, but I don't know, part of me just thinks what I shouldn't have bared my soul so much, maybe, because maybe it's set me back and not actually helped that many people. I don't know, it's just the way I'm feeling today, because I don't know, maybe I'll feel differently tomorrow. So that's another reason why I'm not sure whether I want to do YouTube anymore. So next up, I'm gonna put the really strong mustardy colour on my lid. I'm loving mustard eyeshadows. I really want, there's a Venus palette by Lime Crime that's got a really amazing mustard colour on it that I think is a bit stronger than this Morphe one, but the Morphe price tag is just so amazing. Oh, I've not blended that well, if at all. Oh, can I just do a shout out actually while I'm talking about you guys? I did get a letter over Christmas and some presents from some subscribers, and one of the letters was just really touched my heart, really. I won't say the name of the person in case they don't want it, but thank you very much. And they sent me a black and white disposable camera, which I haven't used because I'm saving it for a special moment. But those little moments make you think, actually, it is worth it, even if it, you know, just helps a sprinkling of people. Maybe I do need to carry on, but yeah, anyway, I just want to say thank you. You never need to send me anything or do anything, but it did mean a lot. That was lovely. Eyeliner. So I bought this Illamasqua Precision Gel Liner, which I have been using, but today, the day that I wanted to do this video, I have lost my little Zoeva eyeliner brush, so I'm going to go back to my Kat Von D tattoo liner today. I don't know if I can talk while I line. Might be risky business if I do. Oh, not too bad for me. God, this is going to be the longest video of all time. Right, this is something I need help with. A cruelty-free mascara that makes your lashes nice and thick and long. I'm wondering whether Pacifica, is that the brand, might be a good shout. I'm still using my Sonia Flawless Volumizing Mascara at the moment, but it's going dry now, and I need to find something else. So when I was with my network, one of their gripes with me, apart from the fact that I wasn't bringing them any money, was the fact that my videos were too long. And I think I've worked out why that is, because I've been in a lot of meetings lately and I've realised I get talked over all the time. The same thing happens at home, and in a lot of friendship groups I've found that I've always been with fairly dominant people, and quite often I've found it hard to get my opinion across or have a voice, and I've generally always been like the listener, the person that listens to other people or observes or sits back. And I think with YouTube and my blog, in fact, I was finally allowed to talk and unleash anything I wanted to say. And I think I just went wild on that and really took advantage of having that, you know, open space, that silence where I could talk for as long as I wanted. and not be interrupted or talked over. Because I found, like, in meetings, because I don't know whether some people don't care about, you know, giving other people space to talk, or whether they just love talking or what, but I had to very forcibly the other day, you know, interrupt someone else just so I managed to get one sentence in the whole meeting, and I just think, so that's why my videos are long. And I think also of some of the topics I choose to talk about, they warrant a longer conversation, because you can't capture, you know, mental health in a couple minutes. Well, maybe you can if you're artistic, but yeah, there's some topics I don't think you can wrap up in a neat little package that's 2 minutes long. So I'm happy to lose out on some benefits of having short, snappy videos and a good watch time statistic, you know. Anyway, so we're almost there now. So now for the lips, I'm just going to put Velvet Kiss by Collection moisturising lip cream on. Oh, it just smells so good. It's not far off my natural lip colour, but it just boosts it a bit. I've not been wearing eyeliner on my lower lip lately. Lower lip? That would be weird if I was. On my lower lash line, because I thinks I just look a bit more youthful without it. My eyes look a little bit bigger. He doesn't like it when I wear eyeliner. It's my everyday makeup. It usually takes a lot less time than this because I'm not usually rambling on. Thanks for watching and listening, and as always, feel free to comment below. We'd love to hear from you, and if there's a particular video you want soon, let me know as well in the comments below, and have a good rest of your week, whatever day this is that I post it up. Okay, thanks for watching. Repping Young Guns today.